Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. Welcome back to our blind playthrough of Blueprints. In fact, we're going into day 86. Simon is a few days into being a 15-year-old. I've got my darling little fluffy kitty Pixel perched nearby just to bless the playthrough. We can imagine that that's what it is, though from his perspective I suspect it's more he's waiting for me to give him some TREATS at this point. So I'm very excited to be coming into this game again, to be picking up my allowance, to be getting ready for a big day. And certainly excuse me, I have to announce that I'm excited about trying to get some more blue memos today, which is I'm completely wrapped up in blue memo quest at the moment. Because we've had some very, very interesting blue memos, I have been doing a bit of thinking since the last episode about some of them. Some of them are, it's clear they're just sort of clarifying things and that's cool. Some of them I suspect, kind of like the Alzara one, I suspect it's just kind of interesting lore, but it's perhaps not, going to be related to anything kind of puzzly necessarily. It's just kind of cool. I wonder about the sinker information that we got from laboratory, that sort of thing. I'm not sure, but I can imagine it could just be cool lore. It could be puzzle related. I don't know. But there is some where I'm like, hang on, what the hell is this? What the hell am I being told here? And two that certainly stand out to me from the last episode are what we got in the office: the king can castle by swapping with another piece. Oh man, I've been thinking through this. So let me just tell you a little bit about my thought on this particular one. Let's look at good old Mount Holly here. I was like, why is it phrased like this? The king can castle. And it's obviously kind of alluding to chess pieces. So you guys know I do not do anything that might tell me any blueprints information. So I most certainly do not Google anything about this game. But I did look up chess rules for the king. And I thought, well, maybe, it sounds like they could be referring to a real. I do not play chess. I do not know about chess. I barely know what the pieces are, as I'm sure you've gathered. I have that information at its most basic. So I Googled about the king rules in chess, and it comes up straight away. So it was really clear to me. Okay, castling, it's a chess move. So I've learned about castling now, despite not knowing, how to play chess in most other ways. And I don't know if this actually matters, but I'm just investigating it as one possible way. Could this be one possible way to interpret what's being said here? In general, with this game, I tend to think that they don't really have puzzles that expect you to have too much outside information beyond basic things. And even for basic things, they do tend to give you the information. I've not really expected at any given time that this game is expecting me to know things about chess. Because I think if there was something like that, they would give me I'd be able to find something that was like chess rules, which could still be the case. That could still come up. It was the case, with most of the things where you get very, very explicit hints about them in the classrooms, for example. When we had to make a code out of periodic table of elements, they put the whole table there, where you have to do that. They put the whole table there. In fact, they give you two different ways to find it. So I've tended to think okay, I probably don't actually need to know chess rules. However, at this stage in the game, maybe there is something that's kind of a real, there's things that are real bonuses, and so there are things that are a little bit more clever. They might not be core to the game, but maybe they can be slightly harder puzzles that rely on, a little bit more exterior knowledge perhaps. So anyway, with that in mind, I'm just keeping in mind the very basics of castling, which as far as I understand it, without getting into the wider complexity of the rules, is that on one rank, you know, which is what we have in this game. On a single rank, you have the king piece, you have a rook piece, and the king can move 2 squares towards the rook. You know, let's say the king is here and the rook is here, or the king is here and the rook is here. The king would move 2 squares over, and then the rook in the same move would be brought basically into that middle square, like the first square that the king moved into. And so they would be brought next to each other. Like, that's my basic understanding. So how do if this is anything, if this matters in the chess sense, and it might not matter in the chess sense, if it matters in the chess sense, what could that mean? Well, I've got 2 kinds of thinking about this. One is that it matters where I put these relevant rooms, you know, so the king piece, at least the white king piece, and we find this note in the office. So the white king piece is the office, and the rook is either the nook or the vault. So could it be that this game is asking me to actually have these rooms in a configuration on the same rank? And the only way I can think to interpret this currently is that on day 1, let's say I have I have to do this over 2 days. On one day, let's say I have office here and I have nook here. And then the very next day, I move nook here and office here. I think that would essentially be castling, using the rooms, you know, in the house. That seems very difficult to do, to be able to so precisely move the rooms on 2 different days into this position. It seems really hard, but doable. And what would it do? I don't know. It could be a very, very hard puzzle, but I've thought that is what it could be. The other thing it could be is, of course, we have a chessboard somewhere down here. We have a chessboard that we can access. So maybe it's related to those pieces. However, I'm sort of stuck with the same thinking, because those pieces, again, relate to the rooms in the house. We move those pieces to where they are situated in the house. So it would seem strange to me that I could just go down there, move some pieces around without it being, you know, involving any of these rooms in the house. It would seem weird that it would just let me do something like that. So I really don't have much faith in that. It just doesn't feel right. Now, that's if I'm even interpreting any of this. That's my first thinking so far. If I'm even interpreting any of this in a kind of a chess sense. If it's not that, maybe it's just a kind of a, like, it's saying something that is alluding to chess moves and to chess pieces, but the actual meaning of the memo is that you interpret that in a different way. So that could be it. And what it could be saying, this is just one thing, one way of thinking, what it could be saying, the king can castle by swapping with another piece. Perhaps what this means, if we imagine the pieces as people, and we would be imagining the king, perhaps, as Herbert, perhaps. Maybe what it means is that Herbert has escaped a threat, because that's what castling would be used for in chess, I think. The king has escaped a threat, such as a threat from, you know, the Fen state, for example, by swapping with another piece, by swapping with another person. So I don't know. Look, there's so many ways I can think about that. Does it mean, you know, does it again allude to the fact that Herbert is not dead, you know, in his grave in the tube? Does it mean that he's escaped somewhere, somehow? Does it mean that Simon escaped by swapping with Herbert? I don't know. Well, not that one of them would be the rook, so I suppose that's a little bit weird. Who would be the rook? I have no idea. Who is represented by a castle? I don't know. That's not so obvious. It's easy enough to go, oh, who's the Black Queen? Who's the king? You know, like, it's not too difficult to make allusions to that. Even to go like, oh, these people might have been pawns. That's okay, you know, like, who is a castle? I don't know. I don't know who a castle is. I don't know who a castle is. Maybe Herbert is represented as a rook because as the estate owner, this is the castle in a sense, and maybe Simon was king, even though he was the younger brother. So I don't know. And why would either of them be the white king anyway, really, rather than black kings? I don't know. So there's just some early thinking about that. The other one I'm really interested in is what we found in the pantry, in quotation marks, which is weirding me out, that says there is a letter missing. I haven't gone too far with this thinking. I can see how it could be saying that there is a letter missing. One of the red letters is missing, which we've been told anyway. It could be saying that there is a letter missing, as in the letter A is missing from something. Or it could just mean there is a letter missing, as in a letter of the alphabet is missing from something. So, but I don't know what to apply that to. I just have to think. I got to think some more about that. We have found things that have spelling mistakes in them. We have found things that would have letters missing in them. So maybe one way of tackling that for me is having a think about whether it could be related to any of those. Having a bit more of a think about whether it could relate to anything in that pantry letter. I don't know. That's just some early thinking on these things. The last thing that I'll mention is that I've been thinking about this security footage thing, because it turns out that my first theory that the Office Blue Memo might relate to telling us about this security footage stuff. How do we access the security footage in security room, which apparently we do from the terminal? However, I can't see any way currently to access it from the terminal. My first thought was that might involve Office, and it still might, but the memo in Office, I think, hasn't given me any clues about that. So I'm going back to the drawing board a little bit on that and trying to think through it. What I have thought so far is, all right, security footage, storing security footage somewhere. Like I was thinking, could it be in an item? Like we find a disk somewhere that we have to put in the terminal. Maybe it's that. Maybe there's a switch somewhere that would turn on a capability in the terminal, the same way that the satellite, turned on capabilities for us. Hey, satellite. I've actually had a new thought, which is, well, hang on, what if it relates to those 2 servers that are in the freezer? How could that work? I've been assuming up until now that those servers are really only related to the Blackbridge Grotto, but I didn't know what to do about it. I've just had a thought that what if what I have to do is draft the freezer next to, like from security, so it's next to it, maybe, and thaw the freezer so that the servers are thawed, maybe this, and maybe power up the furnace with the boiler. So that would involve 4 rooms, which is tricky, which is another very tricky thing. But anyway, it's some thinking I've been doing, so I wanted to let you know. All right. Again, I could wait to get redraws to come out here and try to get, for example, Tomb, which I'm interested in doing, just to try and get all of the black prints in the mansion in one day. But I think, given that I have so many various things to try, let's just see what we get. Okay. So it's definitely... I don't like using steps instead of gems, so I'm not too keen to try that. So maybe let's go Trading Post, just to try and... Because Trading Post is good for so many things. Trading Post is good for a lot. I am not starting today with any inventory, so we're going to have to... We're doing this from the ground up, but noting that there's a couple of dig spots in here. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Trading Post. I will most certainly be back. Let's get the day started. Yeah. So there's many things to experiment with. I'm trying to kind of occasionally just go back to you know, revisit puzzles, try to think about them in a new way. I should say, actually, another one is that I'm thinking of going and having a look at the blue door down there when it gets to sacred hour, if I can manage it. I don't always do a good job at keeping track of the time, but maybe it's as simple as that, you know, like maybe it's not even blue notes. Maybe it's not blue notes. It of course could be, you know, it could be many other things. All right. These are all great. Workshop and break room in particular, because I would really like to get the key card. I think I'll do workshop straight up, because we know we'll get a tool. A very good one. A very good one. Thank you. Let me note down the A. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. That's good. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Just had to look at something on my phone. Apologies. Sledgehammer, great. Great, great, great. Yeah. I'm going to shoot for armory because I'm trying to push myself to remove more gem costs. I'm loving doing, like, needing fewer gems to do drafting. Like, just, again, these lovely changes that either come from having the emerald bracelet or that come from removing gem costs. So that's really good. But however, I do still need gems as it stands. So let's put parlor here. Great. Good old corner spot for parlor. And I'm kind of particularly keeping an eye out for car keys because I didn't manage to get the blue note in garage, and I suspect I need the car keys to access it for that one. So I'm gonna make sure I get car keys before I, you know, draft garage again. Anyway, as I said, we still have dozens of other blue rooms to try. The white box is true and does not contain gems. Okay, it's a single statement, but it has two things to say. All right. A box that displays the word gems is empty. Well, that makes you and you empty. A box that displays the word true is false. Well, that means you are false if you're true. And it makes this false. All right, so everyone's telling on each other. Everyone's telling on each other, and they're telling on themselves. Okay. Let me just get to where I can start writing this down, because it's easier for me to make little notes to keep track of this. So we're imagining this is true. This is true, and if this is true, the white box is also true, which means this is false. So that's what the pattern of this scenario is. If this is true, the box that displays the word gems is empty, but if you are true, you are saying, oh no, you are saying the white box is empty. So that accords, that works out. So true, white box is true and doesn't contain gems. The white box is true and doesn't contain gems. A box that displays the word gems is empty, meaning this one is also empty. So this is the false box, but has to contain the gems. A box that displays the word true is false. Well, this statement would have to be false, meaning this is a contradiction with itself. Like, it would work out here, but it wouldn't work out here because, well, hang on. If this is false, this comes down to interpretation a little bit again, right? A box that displays the word true is false. If this statement is falsified, a box that displays the word true is kind of only just one way of interpreting it. It could, you know, like it could just mean it's irrelevant. I do tend to think these puzzles tend to do the interpretation, which is like the opposite interpretation. Not completely, but like if it's something like this where it's it's a 1 or a 0. So if this is false, a box that displays the word true is false. Oh, hello, Pixie. Hello, darling. What do you think? Which one do you think has the gems in it? He don't care about gems. If it had yummy foods in it, then he's got an opinion. Then he'd be solving this puzzle in no time. He's such a smarty. He's one of the most clever cats. He should be playing this game. Pixel would definitely have solved everything by now. Especially if treats was the thing that was at the end of it all. And maybe it is. Maybe this is all about treats. We do know that Herbie here loves him some treats, right? He has his special treats in the freezer box, in the cooler box in the freezer. All right, back to this. A box that displays the word true is false. If I take it to mean the opposite, then a box that displays the word true is true. Which is impossible because this is a false box. So I don't think that this one can work out. I don't think that works. So in that case, what if this one, I just realized I wrote down a mistake. What if this one was false? The white box is true and does not contain gems, meaning presumably the white box is false and does contain gems. Oops, so it seems to be just saying the gems are in here. So this one is false and the white box is also false. A box that displays the word gems is empty. This displays the word gems, so it must be, not empty, has gems in it. But I guess, hang on. I guess the very existence of this statement, a box that displays the word gems is empty. It has to be true, because if this were, there are two boxes that display the word gems, so it can't be, it needs to be the scenario in which two are empty, because two cannot have gems in it. So this one has to be a box that displays the word gems is empty. It has to be true, right? This box has to be true. If this were false, then it would be saying this has gems in it and this has gems in it. So it cannot be true. It must be false. Oh, sorry, it cannot be false. It must be true. It must be true. Okay. I'm locking this one. This one is actually true. But I think that still goes back to my first scenario. I think it means this one has to be true as well, because the white box is true. Unless it's that one part, even though it's a single statement in a sense, it's a statement made up of two different statements, right? So unless it means one part of this is wrong, that could be it. So even though the white box is true, it's false to say it does not contain... Oh, no, it would be true. It would be true. No, because that's what we're saying. This one has to be true. So gems, these two are empty. The gems have to be in here. I'm turning myself around in circles. Okay. So true, if this one is true, then this one is also true. The white box is true and it does not contain gems. So these two are tied together. This one then has to be false, which is where I was before. And if it's false, a box that displays the word true is false, meaning a box that displays the word true is true. But it just doesn't... It works for the black box, but it just doesn't work for this one. So, wow, I'm feeling a little stuck with this one. Yeah, what do you think, Pixel? Is Mummy making a serious critical error? Most likely, I would say. most likely, a box that displays the word true. Let me start from this one, because I don't think this works. A box that displays the word true, and unless I interpret it in a different way. A box that displays the word true is false. Let's falsify this statement. This statement is not true. Maybe just meaning all boxes. Well, it just says a box. A box that displays the word true is false, meaning falsifying it. A box that displays the word true is true. Well, this is a box that displays the word true and is true. So maybe it doesn't apply to itself, actually. It's not a general statement. It's not saying, a box, any box. It's not saying any box that displays the word true is false. It maybe is just meaning one. So, but then I would have to apply that same logic to this, right? A box that displays the word gems is empty. Well, that means either of these are empty, theoretically. Okay, I think that's where this is. I think that's what the crux of this is. One box that displays the word gems is empty, so one of these at least is empty. They might both be empty, but at least one of them is empty. According to this one, which we're imagining is true, you are empty, meaning that by this logic, the gems might still be here, might still be in the black box. However, when we consult with false blue box, a box that displays the word true is false, but actually is true. A box that displays the word true is true. This one fits that description. The fact, so what I come to, if you're following this at all, what I come to is, by this logic, by the phrase a box, does it mean actually only one box, essentially? Does it mean, do I interpret this to mean only one box, blah, 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 blah? Or do I interpret it to mean at least one box? I think that I feel like the gems are in here. But I'm just not completely confident that, that I'm interpreting this in the right way. This one is great. It says the white box is true and does not contain gems. And I think it has to be true. Hang on. A box that displays the word gems is empty. The thing is, I might have to go back to my original... I might have to rethink my original logic because of the way I'm reinterpreting this. So, let's imagine that... Let me see if this works out with false here. The white box is true and does not contain gems. The white box is false and does not contain gems. Maybe. If this is false, a box that contains the word gems has gems in it. So that could be this one or this one. This true box says it's not here, so that would mean gems are in here. If this is true, well, this can't be true because it says the white box is true. I mean, this one can't be true and false. They have to be the same. So, yeah, if this is false, the white box is false and does not contain gems. But I don't know if I can take these two statements together. That's the problem. This one seems so simple on the face of it, but I've really complicated it. All right. I'm etch-a-sketching my mind. Blah, 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 blah. Let's imagine this is false. The white box is true and does not contain gems. The way I'm interpreting this for the time being is I'm taking both statements together. So it's false, and the white box is also false, and it does contain the gems. A box, this is false now. A box that displays the word gems is empty. That's false. So a box that displays the word gems is not empty. Well, this is a box that displays the word gems and is not empty. So if I imagine false and false, actually the gems are in here. Then when we go to this one that has to be true, a box that displays the word true is false. Well, this is a box that displays the word true and is false. So actually, I have come up with scenarios that lead to this one having the gems in it, this one having the gems in it, and this one having the gems in it. I am straight up just going to go for this one, and let's just have this be over. Let's see if my God, I can't believe I got there in the end. Crazy. And I was not sure at all. I just had enough, quite frankly. I was just like, nah, I can't do this anymore. All right, conference room. I'd really like break room, but I want to, again, without key card, I need to maximize some exit possibilities. Break room would be great here, but not pointed in that direction. And Nook is the same. So let's do good old observatory. And let's see what we get from this today. Gem, I like it. Key, I like it. Apples, lovely, delicious. Twins. I can already go and get those trunks. This is marvelous. Good old 40 stars. Very helpful. Such a good start. Such a good start to the day. Thank you, observatory. We might as well draft here. Ooh, so we're already getting our 4-door things. I guess I'm sort of like wasting, like the exit to the west isn't important in any of these. It is not. Cloister, I do have a good amount of gems now, but I don't really want to take that for granted. I'm not sure that that cloister here is really what I want to go with. So I might actually go den. We'll gain a gem. Hey, we'll gain a trunk too. Give me that trunk. Hey, it's car keys. Oh man, I probably, there's a chance I could have managed to get those car keys to the garage at the end of yesterday if I didn't make that mistake with the prism key. It might not have worked out anyway. Okay, just sort of keep my eye on the time a little bit. This is where it does get tricky, getting the 4 doors thing, because the game wants to give you these two all of the time. It's great if you have shelter, or even the crown, but I don't have the opportunity for them yet. So let's vestibule this spot. Okay, great. All right, and rather than going in there, we could even dead end this spot because vestibule could get us elsewhere anyway. I mean, patio's not a bad pick. Again, vestibule gets me back to the west wing. Commissary is obviously very good. We don't get much benefit from having patio though, actually. So yeah, let's put commissary here. Great. Let's go shopping. It is my standard shop at the moment. Maybe it's because I keep ordering shovel. That's interesting. Maybe it's because I keep ordering shovel and it's just like, yeah, this is the combo that you get from ordering shovel. Alright, well, might as well do here as well. So maybe we just circle back into break room. Yeah, like I want the extra exit from spare green room, but like I really would like the opportunity to try and get key card. So let's try this. Let's try this. Alright, nothing. Okay, grabbing my phone. As always, you guys know the drill. You guys know my billiard room drill. So this is just -3 times -3, 9. I think I'm starting to understand how squaring works with negative numbers. I'm learning maths through the billiard room slowly, just through constant repetition, which I guess is how it happens in a lot of cases. All right, so 18 and 5, 23, and then we are doing 23. -1 to get 22, inverter is still 22. -1 to get 21, inverting it, we're with 12. And then 12 minus 1, 11, inverting it, it's still good old 11. Great. Okay, a couple of keys. All right, well that's good because it's a better amount of keys than I had. I say let's head back and do some more lower level drafting. Observe. Parlor. And a couple of chests waiting for me. Nice, just good old resources. Hey, treasure map. This I am happy to see. Rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rank 6 today. Rank 6 and column D, I would call that. Okay. Alright, so we'll keep that in mind. Up here. What's the next thing I would like to draft with the treasure map to dig underneath it, I wonder? I'm not sure. Okay. Well, with 2 dead ends, I think I'd just prefer to extend out a little bit. So we'll do spare green room here and get the corner. Ooh, I mean, I can't pass up 8 gems from trophy room like at the start of the day. That's so good. That's so good. I can kind of breathe a bit easier gem wise. Oh yeah, what do you think, all of my trophies? What do you think? I think it's pretty good. Okay, lab could be really good here for terminal access, and we could still sort of try and go up from the next square along. Or I could just go dead end here and try, everything going up from entrance hall. But I think I want lab. I want the terminal access. It's just too useful. Too useful. Alright, yesterday we did a bit of lockpicking skill increase. Or was it allowance increase? No, I think maybe allowance increase. Either way, I've been doing allowance increase and lockpicking skill increase a bit recently. So I think I'm not ready to do this one again. Let's just do security door. Let's hope we get the key card at some point, and this. I think that sounds pretty good to me. Cool, because it's, permanent change. Permanent change helps all of our future days. Log in. Let's check. One of the most exciting things now is checking if we have any new staff announcements. No, but our previous staff announcement is kind of like, is them going, come on Simon, come on, get it. Oh man, the staff are not pleased with my progress. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, and Again, since I don't have the key card, I'm unfortunately forced to set this key card security level too low. But I really want to set it the other way. There we go. All right, exit. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's see if we can get a corner room. Oh, man, dark room, I banished you. I banished you. Why are you showing up so often? I feel like it's showing up more often now. If I put this here, it makes it more difficult to move from entrance hall. So dead-ending this spot, like, yeah, it's a little, I'm a little afraid of it. Let's put boiler room here then. Okay, let's put boiler room here. I am thinking though, it's probably about time for me to just go and have a look at that. I'm using steps to do this, which I really don't want to do. Yeah, look at that. We're just before Sacred Hour. Let's just go and see. It's just one tiny thing to check out. I don't think this is what it is. But, you know, but I have to try. I have to try things and then I can cross them off my list. Yep, Sacred Hour is not what gets the blue door open. What do you think, Pixie? What do you think gets the blue door open? He thinks it's me getting off the chair and giving him some food. I'm assuming that yeah. Oh, they've gone back to the grotto. Okay. Alright, they're back in the grotto. Silly me. So I have to go to the grotto first. Alright, well, we're going to miss the beginning of Sacred Hour then, so maybe it doesn't count. Is it worth it then? Because like with Clock Tower, you needed to be there for the beginning of Sacred Hour for it to sort of trigger the cutscene. So it might not even be worth the steps to go back up and down again, honestly. Yeah, and alright, no, I'm going to forget it for today. I'm going to try it again. Another time. I didn't have that much faith in it anyway. Let's try drafting from here instead. I don't want to give up all of my steps. Oh, man, this is not the best thing to go here. I'm straight up wild burying this spot. I am straight up doing... Okay. Alright. So, I'm really being told I'm getting 4-door options. Cool. And thank you, Rotunda. Thank you. This is the only way I can go. Nook is not a good option for this. I obviously do not want to do... Oh, hang on, I can rotate. Oh, I nearly choked breathing in there. I was like... So, I was delighted to remember that I can rotate from this room. It does kind of change... However, the problem with it, of course, is it sends me to the same place that boiler room goes from. I have 2 exits from vestibule, I have boiler room, but I'd still prefer not to lose this spot here. So I might actually put Great Hall here, and in a way, this means there's less pressure to sort of, you know, get the other doors open anyway. Or I could go Wildberry again. Let's just do this. I mean, it gives us a lever option. All right, so this will go to the same place as one of the vestibule exits anyway, but at least it kind of joins up the two sections. Okay, none of these though are good. None of these are good options for this spot. So I'm straight up, I'm going to do another wild berry. Okay, cloister. I can accept that. That's it. This is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine seeing all of these things joined up here. All right. Given that, and I actually need to go in to check security door status. Okay. All right, we're good. Given that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's my, I'm just keeping an eye on my treasure map spot. Oh, hello, little sweetie face. It's still too early. Yeah, still a little bit too early, my bubba. My poor little guy. Oh, it's gonna keep giving me these rooms. I really need the crown. I know, it's a real Pixel. Have you heard the phrase double-edged sword? Sometimes the offerings from Observatory are very much a double-edged sword, particularly this 4-door room thing. Okay, in that case, yeah, we'll go drawing room here. Man, this is getting tight. Now I only have 3 keys. I don't really want to go and open up 3 doors to try and get here. So I'd rather do that from boiler room. However, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps away. And I only have 40 steps. It's not a ton. I'd really like to get yeah, to get kitchen. Let's draft up. There goes a key. Okay, I did just say I really want to get kitchen, so I should go for that. I do really want to try break room again, though. Also, this is an actually excellent place for passageway, so that's the other thing. It's an actually excellent place for passageway. I don't even want to redraw from here. And this means I can draft the spot that has the treasure coffer in it, which I'm not even super interested in it for the money or the gems. It's actually just interesting to try it in different rooms. That's kind of my the main reason I'm interested in it right now. In a sense, passageway really only gets me 1 extra entrance relative to kitchen. It's only the north entrance it gets me, because I can get to the space on the west from cloister anyway. So I might do kitchen. Then we've got a bit more certainty around steps. A little coin. Wasting water, as always. Alright, and it's the salmon, so aquarium. We'll get that straight up because that makes me feel better. And I'm just thinking about money. Yeah, let's get the bananas. Let's get the bananas. There we go. Good old salt shaker. It's so good. It really makes actually a nice little difference. Makes a very nice little difference. And the other one is, yeah, so that's better with more green rooms. Okay. Let's try going from here, and I can, if this blocks off below, that's kind of cool. I can just sort of, happily kind of dead end those spots without worrying too much. All right. Ooh, I actually would really like to get walk-in closet because it could have the key card in it. This is a great room otherwise, and it lets me go north. But I can go north from vestibule or cloister as well. I'm gonna risk it. Oh hey, it's another birthday cake for sure. For sure that's what that is. Okay, no key card, but still some very nice items there. Yeah, the cupcake is great. I love getting the cupcake. Like, it's great for steps, but it's just, okay, so kind of anything can go here, really. I could put storeroom here, get it out of the way. The same could be said of chapel, and then I can just definitely access. Or I could do I might do a redraw just for fun. Like, we can do it anyway. Ah, well, boudoir. Look, boudoir gets me some redraw die, which I don't have any of. So, yep, done. Done. I will certainly need these. It's not even may well. I will definitely need these. Okay. All right. It's a good thing we've got a good amount of steps because we've got to do a little backtracking here. Now, I guess since I'm here, let's just go up. And hope we can continue going up. Okay, so I think it's time for a passageway here. Yep. We can spare the gems. All right. And then maybe maybe from here, like, should I go around and use these two spots? They could be useful. They could be useful. I might just keep going. I think I'll just keep going from where I am. And I can go back and do those spots, you know, like possibly under even better circumstances. Okay. Weight room, I can't do this. I can't do this. I could either put Nook here or Wild Berry. I don't really want to redraw here, but I'm considering those two options. But Wild Berry's dangerous because Wild Berry could give me freaking weight room, right? It's actually a risk. Let's do Nook then. Okay, and I might as well then do this spot from passageway. It's a good thing I've got some keys coming up. All right. Two very good offerings, actually. Dining room will soon be really useful. However, showroom, I don't have enough money to buy anything useful yet, but I may do. I may do at some point. And both of them give me the same exits, because dining room just points me back towards Nook with its additional exit anyway. I might go, given that my steps are pretty decent as they are, I actually might do showroom here, just to open up the possibility of, yeah, being able to afford master key maybe, you know? That could be really good. Let's hope that this doesn't require a key, otherwise I can go back to Nook. Oh, I mean, look, I have the car keys, obviously, but where I want to draft this if I have the car keys is up on rank 8, so not here. So I guess pantry. Okay. And it's, I guess it's a bit... let me just look at these prices again. Silver spoon. I mean, that would just blow my steps out of the water if I get this and then get dining room. I'd probably rather save up for master key. Oh, that was it. Okay, I thought metal detector was finding something else there. Okay, all right. God, the house is getting filled up, and I'm just, I'm not even, like, I don't even have key card. Ugh. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's just too risky to only rely on that exit from pantry, especially since it's going to have to get around a room, and I've only got 2 redraws. So, bedroom it is. Okay. All right. A little apple, which is a bit more delicious today. Cool. All right. We're doing very well for steps at least, so that's something. Key. I got it. I got to do it. I got no other option. Corridor will at least just link me to foundation. Maybe that's the best thing to hope for. You know, locksmith would be good, but this would just be such a terrible spot for it. It would be a terrible spot for it. I would have to go all the way around from pantry. It can't be done. I just can't do it. Chapel is better than corridor. So let's do chapel. Then we get another exit out the side. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. So we're clear sailing ahead to foundation. Any offerings for me today, chapel? I've given you so much. Wonderful. Okay. Again, I'm not in a good position for redrawing. It's a strong argument for the rook. I mean, is it possible that the castling, I'm just thinking now that the blue memo relating to the king can castle by swapping with another piece, you know, could it possibly relate instead to this, to the resilience of the rook? I can't even think through how that would work. Anyway, I'm going to do armory because I really just I want more opportunity to remove gem costs. Okay. All right, so we're now in a position to start doing blue rooms if it comes up. I think with only 2 redraws, I'd prefer to draft from here first. Okay. All right. Interesting. So, courtyard is good for this spot. It gets me further along. I like that. Because if I draft something, which is a dead end or a corner room from foundation, I'm not going to be able to, east from foundation, I'm not going to be able to move forward. So I like this. Yep, let's go with that. Let's keep drafting forward a little bit. Courtyard has a free little coin for me. I'll leave the dig spots for now, but I think it's not looking good to get jackhammer today. I don't have any of the other parts. That's my... Okay, so I do have a lot of dig spots to try for keys. I think we just got to go for it. Old shoe. Oh god, and I don't have the key card, meaning, you know, if I see a security door is going to be a problem for me. So that's that. No keys. No keys. I have some other places I can draft, of course. I'm thinking, yeah, maybe it's worthwhile. I've got plenty of steps. So I'm genuinely thinking of going back just to try and create a few more possibilities before I attempt things on rank 8. God, and I was really hoping that I might be able to get key 8 again before, you know, and give it another go on rank 8. It's feeling like such a far off possibility now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For just a couple of spots. No, I'm going to keep going from here. Let's go up from pantry. A delicious apple, an extra delicious apple. Well, this is definitely veranda territory. Gem. I'm just gonna do the dig spots. Coin. Dig spots are very coiny for me lately, and no trunk. Yeah, so many coins I'm getting. Okay, oh my god. Did I just call it into being? Maybe I did it again. Maybe I used my rare occasional blueprint's power to wish the gallery into being. That's perfect, because it could be the very next spot that could be a locked door. Oh my god, I would love so much to get the blue memo in room 8. Oh, I hope this is locked. I hope so much this is locked. I can't believe it. Just bam, like gallery, it's right there, and straight away. This is excellent. So obviously the exit in here is going to be wasted, which is a bit weird, and hopefully that doesn't matter. Okay, maybe I'm going to have to do, well, I'll do this puzzle anyway, because hopefully we still get like an allowance increase from it. But it might also be how I get the blue. Oh, there, no, it's right there. The elephant belongs in this bin. What? But I knew that already. Oh, is that just, it's just a hint for the puzzle, but I already know, I already know this. Really? The elephant. I thought this would be a special one. The elephant belongs in this bin. Okay, I got it. I already know how to solve this puzzle. I thought it was going to be lore or something else. Okay. All right. Well, I can cross it off my list. It's been done. So let's do what the note is telling me. Hello, elephant. You go in wrath. I've already put you there twice, at least. Monkey. Monkey, I believe you go here. Bear. I think you were the first one I got because of the den reference. What's the next obvious one? Dog, you go here. Nothing mundane about dogs. Swan. You go... Swan, you go lust, I think. I think lion goes there. Lion with envy. Penguin. Gluttony. And rabbit, you go here. There we go. Cool. Well, at least we got an allowance token. It's been fun. All right. All right, done. Checked off my list, so I don't have to worry about that one again. I did ask for it. So thank you very much, game. Thank you very much. I didn't think that you would just be a puzzle hint. All right. Cool. Done. So we're trying other rooms. All right. I've got a bit more money. I could go silver spoon, but I'd rather hang out for master key just in case, because I got a key problem. All right. Given that I have a key problem and not so much of a step problem, let's go back. Let's get these dig spots here. Let's dig over the... Well, look, if I can get enough coins, then you can get me towards buying the master key. Alright. Not quite. It's definitely not open any of these. Oh, you're just telling me about things that are in there, right? I think so. Okay, so we can take Rotunda around. We've got to take you all the way to entrance hall. So what would I like in these spots? It'd be really good to get something like locksmith. It'd be really good to get, like even a break room option would be good. It would be another key card option. Attic. All the way around. Yep, okay, up here. And is there a dig spot down here as well? Not today. Okay. Okay, alright, well, laundry could at least open up the possibility of getting some keys if I need it. Or wild berry. Maybe on balance, laundry room is just a good concession. I could really do with getting into the antechamber. I could really do with getting into the antechamber so I can start getting rid of these. Alright, I will put laundry room there, and that at least opens up the possibility. That opens up the possibility of... I should go and have a look. Yeah, it opens up the possibility. I was just looking at these things because of the note that we got in the aquarium about the red herrings. And it's making me think a bit more about these furniture. The furniture that's visible in that tank. I don't know. Alright, so there's a possible solution there to a key problem. We got that. So the car keys are officially useless. We can't use them today. That's fine. Maybe this is a point at which let's go and give Trading Post a try. Trading Post, we've got some things we can play with. Trading Post could give me key card. What do you think, Pixie? What do you think? Is that a good idea? You giving laptop cuddles? You giving? That's why I'm walking sideways, because I was giving Pixel pats with one hand and trying to walk with just one. Before I do this trading, it's time to go and give my lovely little guy here a little attention. All right, Pixel is very happy. I'll be very happy. I'm very happy that Pixel is happy. Absolutely, I'm very happy that Pixel is happy. I will be even happier if I can swap something swappable for the key card. That'd be really nice. We might as well trade whatever. Yep, sure. And that goes to die. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Lockpick is probably, like, metal detector assists with getting keys. However, lockpick is just a better than keys. So let's do that. Okay, and that swaps for a silver key. Battery pack. Okay. Die. Right. Sledgehammer. So that's the coupon book kind of. Once again, I know that I could try getting the microchips and trading them here. I mean, I think I could give up the compass, honestly. That just gets me the car keys again. Okay. Well, there's some good swaps there. I'm happy to have lockpick kit. And even magnifying glass. I don't think it's worth, like, the sleeping mask is still pretty decent. I don't think it's really worth getting the battery pack. Oh, what else could I do with the battery pack? I suppose the other thing I could do with battery pack, and it would be combine it with the compass to make electromagnet. However, I did just give up the compass. I did just give up the compass. And I don't think I can easily get it back again. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. We got a couple of dig spots here. Let's do them. Nothing. Nothing is no good for anybody, but a salted turnip is great for us all. Great for us all. Thank you. Whoa, Pixie! Oh, Pixel's just picking up some, he's finding some treats that have sort of like rolled under a little table. So I was looking at him and not where I was going. Okay. Through the front door. Man, what is this? Why can't I go through my other door? Alright, so we're heading back up. I guess it's just through Rotunda. I'd love to... Let's see what we can open in Great Hall with the lockpick kit now. It's good. We have a couple of options for keys now at least, which is great. However, it's not a guarantee, and I'm also still very afraid of security doors because at the moment I don't have a way around them. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's very good. And we get a key. No lever here. Excellent. Oh, lockpick kit. Maybe I am like noticeably skilled up. There we go. The problem is that this is the most difficult side to access from, like, I would have to draft my way all around here. But I have no possibility, even if I would, let's say I would even pick up the secret garden key, there's no way to get it along here anyway, which means it would need to come from along here if it's going to happen at all. So, okay, you might be the fake door anyway. Not that it's a fake door. No, you're not. Okay. You're not. However, I did get rid of my magnifying, not magnifying glass, my metal detector. So it's not telling me what's anywhere. Okay, that doesn't work. It's okay. I found the lever. It's kind of the main thing. All right. And these are doors that don't go anywhere anyway. All right. Cool. Well, so we know that there's nothing in there anyway. This one is just, there could be something in there, but it's just the door that doesn't go anywhere. So I think we got I think we got all of the main things that we needed from Great Hall. Great. Great. From here, I guess it's going up. It's either, yeah, it's going up here and seeing what we can get in these spots, or going from courtyard, I suppose, ideally. I don't yet have enough money to buy master key. All right. But it's a little bit less of an urgent need now anyway. Okay, up through bedroom. And this is the spot with the treasure map. So it's a little bit around the way. Do I want to go up here and just see what I can make of this corner? Or risk going along here? Or even just draft the next blue room maybe, so that I maybe just draft the next blue room. And then I kind of know what I want from over here. That might be worthwhile. That might be the thing. Okay, and we'll do these dig spots as well, because I simply don't believe in the possibility of jackhammer today. Well, I'm getting coins. Why am I getting so many coins? All of my dig spots are coins. Alright, let's give it a go. You want me to use... I only have 2 keys. It's just like, what if it's not locked from this side? Let's try this one next. So you... Alright, you also need a key. So this is giving me a little pause. I'm going to lose some money. I'm going to try from here. I don't know if this will be locked as well. It is also locked. Oh, but lockpick kit worked. Excellent. Okay. All right. Well, let's think about this. Parlor and Vault, 2 really good options that I'm super interested in. I like both of them. I definitely like both of them very much. Parlor gives me another exit, which is something. Vault is going to give me enough money to buy the master key. I might... Let me check my parlor map as well. I don't think I have anything on rank 8 yet. I just want to double check. Just so I can make this as useful as possible. I do not. So, yeah, I'm going to do parlor here. Now, I'm wondering if the blue note is going to be in a box. Wouldn't it be dreadful if it was in an incorrect box as well? No, it's right here. It's just here. Hang on. Is this note dynamic? I didn't expect that any of the notes would be dynamic. The gems are in the black box. Wouldn't it be crazy if it was wrong? If it always says this and it's not always right? That's absolutely fascinating. I did not expect an answer to the puzzle. Okay. Gems are in the black box. Alright. Cool. Let me note down. As expected, no symbol here. And I'm wondering, like, should I just trust? Should I just trust this? Let me have a look at it first. The blue box has at least 1 true statement. The white box has at least 1 true statement. The gems are in the blue box. The gems are in a box with 2 statements. That is true. Well, this, you know, like, if this is true, then it's sort of like pointing to this box. Let's just give the blue note the benefit of the doubt without even doing the puzzle. Wow. Okay. Wow, so the blue note just gives you the answer to the puzzle. I totally did not expect that. That is not what I expected. I thought the blue notes would be, It raises an interesting possibility that the blue notes themselves can change. Well, I'm glad to know that. Just in case, because it means I can question that assumption if I were going to make it anywhere else. All right. I mean, it's only a minor change in relation to the puzzle of the room. However, yeah. I'm now considering the possibility that the blue notes might change if you redraft rooms on the 8th rank, as in maybe some of them could be a new blue note. All right, I'm not going to experiment with that purposefully while I still, you know, that's a very low priority. However, interesting thought, interesting to know that. All right, should I do this next one? I'm just thinking maybe I could get around the side to the antechamber, possibly. Alright. Starting to run into... So at the moment I have a locked door here and I have a locked door here. I do have 2 keys. Maybe if I draft from courtyard, this is not locked. It is locked. It is locked, but aha, okay. Alright. Ooh, okay. Okay, alright. Tricky choice. I would have really liked something that would take me down from here. However, I really don't want to pass up the opportunity for treasure trove. And I'd love, you know, the key card, but we're very late in the day at this stage. I'd love it, but it's just... And it could still be useful, of course, because I still don't have a way to get around security doors. And they're going to start popping up. They're going to start popping up. But I think I've just got to take the opportunity for treasure trove. It means I'm really reliant on that spot from Parlour. However, with this money I can buy the master key. So there's that. Okay, oh hang on, I need to note this down. White sun box. So this is our 17th box. White sun. And if other boxes are to be believed, all sun boxes have true notes in them. And it's a blue memo anyway. Blue. Green memos in pink boxes are always false. Green memos in pink boxes are always false. On the face of it, this is true. Everything else, you know, it's a blue note, which is typically true, and other things are telling us that this box should be true. So green memos in pink boxes, eh? I haven't had too many pink boxes here, but one of them that I got, the 10th one, was a pink box that had a green memo in it that said no realm flies the white flag, so that was a lie. And I've had a pink box with a red memo in it, but that's it. I've only so far had one pink box with one green memo in it. Okay, alright, got it. Nothing going on there. Cool. This should be a huge amount of money. With this money alone, I could buy the master key. I don't even need it, you know, like adding to anything else. All right. Let's... How far away is showroom? Let's just keep going. Is this going to be locked? I say let's keep going. Actually, it could be... I think it's probably better to try and draft up here just in case I can get something that will help me with drafting. Because I only have 2 redraws. It's not a great position to be in. I could... Yeah, we might as well just go down and buy the master key, and then we have that. That is done. Excellent. And yeah, what else can I buy? We get a little coupon. The estate master key. I mean, like, let's be clear here. It does say, this is the thing I'm super interested in about this key. It is called the estate master key, and it says opens all days in the estate that can be opened with regular keys. It doesn't say house, doesn't say mansion, estate, which includes grounds. I definitely, I mean, I can buy all of this stuff. Might as well. The proverbial silver spoon. The 24-carat chronograph. I wonder if there's anything interesting in the fact that it's called the 24-carat chronograph. I'm just thinking, what else am I going to do with my money? What else am I going to do? Let's get it all. Let's get it all. The chronograph does make tomorrow rooms more likely though, and I don't know if that's going to be a potential issue. Okay, all right, let's go back up to foundation with this. Nice, great. Well, I just spent all of my money, so you can take some of my change. All right, let's go from here. Lockpick kit doesn't work. How about this? How about master key? Bam, unlocked. Ooh. Well, look, I'd love the emerald bracelet, but but at this stage, I've drafted most of the day already, and I have a lot of gems. So I'm going to do haul away, see what's in this trunk, and try another space. It's car keys again. Interesting. So I note that, as we just saw with this, the second time I pick up an item, it's like the image of it appears straight away. It doesn't have a sort of a slower animation coming up. Aquarium has made me a little bit sus about all of this furniture, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. Okay. Well, so I've already had treasure trove, which is good. That one is out of the way. My main hope is now just for, more blue rooms on rank 8. I'm good with keys. I really don't need to worry about keys, except for the possibility of a key being interesting. But let's say even if I were to get secret garden key, I have to do most of my drafting before I can even get it anyway. So I don't think that hugely matters. I'm not sure if Solarium is even going to do me any favors or not. What unusual or rare rooms do I want? I ask of you. I would like Armory. I have ordered Armory. I ain't seen Armory yet. Maybe this could help with Armory. And none of the other question is, are any of these likely to get me? I mean, I'd love to get Attic, but I don't want to waste a redraw trying to get Attic here. So, yeah. So maybe let's just do Solarium and see what comes of this. Gem. Lucky rabbit's foot. I could make my lucky coin purse again, though I've just bought out the whole showroom, so... And as a key, I'm unlikely to need that key. I'm unlikely to need it unless there's any other special boxes coming up. Okay. All right. It's going to be hard for me to even think about reaching the treasure map spot. It's way out of the way now. And I'm not even sure at this stage that it's worthwhile going down to open the north lever. I think I need to see if I'm even going to be able to reach the antechamber from the other side. So yeah, let's just go through. Let's just keep going. Again, my steps are not terrible. The question is, do I want to draft? What I really wish I had was a silver key, because what I would like for this spot is a more many door room of some kind. I don't even know what that would be. Let's just see what we get. Blue rooms on rank 8 though is it's the goal. It's the priority. Look, I'd love Clock Tower, but it would stop me from moving forward. So I could redraw, or I could just take Classroom and then do my best with the other possibilities. So I think I'll take classroom because it will also help with redrawing. And this is an interesting opportunity to see what we get from here. A gem? Some child left their gem in school? Nice. Nice bunch of steps from apple there. That was a very good apple. All right. Who has been hiding the blue note, eh? Who's been hiding a blue note? It's a lot of different places to look at on the backs and fronts of chairs, desks, flag. At least I don't expect anywhere like particularly tricky in here, as in like, you know, I don't think that there's anything locked. However, I ain't seen it yet. Has anyone got it like under their worksheet? Could be just behind some things on a shelf. That was what made the one in the lab difficult to find. Can't get around here. Like teacher's desk definitely would have seemed like a strong candidate to me. Under the globe? No. Hello, blue note. Oh, maybe like inside somebody's desk. That could be it. Sort of tricky to look at. I'm trying to like look near, look far. It's kind of making me do a bit of a weird dance in the room, trying to get all of these angles. No, I can't see anything though. On the floor? Under a desk? Oh, right here. Okay, God, I thought I looked in these. Flag colors, green for Nuance, pink for Vera, orange for Carrerica. All right, that's very classroom. That's kind of what I would expect from classroom. I know all of this. I know all of this. But let me mark down classroom. Okay. Flag colors. So maybe this definitely, I think that this tells me though that all of the classrooms will have a different blue note in them. So that greatly expands blue memo quest. Because they're not all going to say this, are they? I don't think so. I don't think they would all have this. they're likely going to have classroom, specific things. Oh, man. Which makes some of the later classrooms of real interest. Geography classroom, Eurasian classroom, like even the Golden Hens classroom. I think 6. All right, so we're hoping for something that goes north and south here. Master key, do your thing, please. Huh. And obviously not just north and... Oh, I would love Dovecote, though. Obviously not just north and south, but a blue north and south. Of which there aren't an enormous amount of candidates that would be great that I haven't already drawn. I would really like Dovecote. But I have so many redraw possibilities. I'm gonna see what else is on offer. And I can even undo it. Okay, Freezer. I'm just cautious of choosing Freezer without having thawing ability. I do really want Clock Tower, but I'd prefer to get something that's not gonna end the day if I can. Just to have a bit more fun. So let's do another redraw. Ooh, hey. Well, I've already had security though, so I can't do that. It's otherwise perfect, but I've already had it. I've already had security. I mean, coat check is of great interest as well. Music room. So is music room. Maybe let's just do music room then. Yeah, maybe we'll give up on the 2 spots north and we'll just head south and we'll see what's in music room. Okay. I'm just having a quick look first. Regular key. Secret card and key, thanks. Well, maybe I can use that. I guess I could use that and get into antechamber, but I don't really know why. Just thought one of those could have the blue note on it. Alright, once again, are you on a chair? On an instrument, back of a chair, floor, window, what about over here? Not on this one. What? I've always been a little sus about this spot. I've always sort of, maybe I just kind of had a sense that something would be hidden here one day. There is a major key hanging on a wall in the safe house. Hang on though, is that where I got an inner sanctum key? I'm trying to remember now. There is a major key hanging on a wall in the safe house. Okay, I just went back and checked, and yeah, indeed the inner sanctum key was not hanging on a wall. It was sort of sitting kind of on the little table that has Mary's letter on it. So I think that this must, because by safe house includes the metro station. So I believe that what they're talking about must be the metro stops map, because that was indeed a major key and associated with, so much of the talk of major key things in a new clue. So it's probably that. It's most likely that. I think that must be what it is. And it's just sort of letting you know that that's important if you haven't figured that out. Otherwise, it could be the other thing. Like there's that interesting note that's written in the safe house that says like we seek the truth that's in the shade, or we seek what's in the shade of truth, something like that. Maybe, but I suspect it's the Metro Stop map. So cool. All right, music room done. Music room. And you know, given how difficult this is to find, any of these are to find on my list, this list is still huge. This list of blue rooms. Cool. Major key hanging on the wall of the safe house. Got it. Thank you, music room. Okay, so the best thing I could hope to get down here, I don't like, is maybe to have a little fun with digging the treasure map spot, but mainly to get armory. It would be really good to get armory in this spot if possible. And that's kind of all I can think of doing. If I did secret garden key here, I would definitely be able to get to the next spot. So that might just be the most useful thing to do. Make use of that key. Thank you. Ordinary key. Metal detector. Broken lever. Well, it turns out I can potentially do jackhammer now. Right at the end of the day. So there's that. Key. Key. Alright. Is there any need for me to go into antechamber? There actually would be if I were able to draft throne, because I do still want to try, you know, being in throne room and then going back to room 46. Maybe it's a little bit weird, but it is something that I want to try. But yeah, other than that, I don't know if there's a reason. I guess we do have the moon pendant, so maybe that could be a reason. Which is like pick up the crown, potentially, you know, have it among the things that you might have the next day. That could be a reason. Alright, okay. And I've got to remember that just in case I need it, like for any end of day stuff, there's a whole bunch of fruit here, but it's very, very far away. So whatever relevance that could have to anything, there we go. Hang on. Lockpick. Oh! I actually meant to click away from that. It doesn't matter. I meant to click away from it just to see if... Okay, I'm definitely going to redraw. I meant to click away from it just to see if the lockpick kit had a different skill set listed on it, but I can look at that on my menu, so that's fine. Anyway, no worries. Secret passage is useless here. I don't need to look at the emerald bracelet. It's fine at this stage, and I don't want to change what's in my coat check. I want to keep going with the emerald bracelet. So, you know, as good as the master key is really, really great, and I do think that there's probably still some more things to be done with the master key, but I don't feel that it's too difficult for me to get these things at the moment. And, you know, I just feel like it's Emerald Bracelet's time to have a little bit of time in the cloakroom. I feel it's the time for Emerald Bracelet. And the problem, yeah, I have already tried the master key with the blue door in the underground. So, you know, whatever it is, it's not that. It's not that. So, let's try a redraw here, just for the potential of armory. Really is my main interest. So I've got one more redraw, but what I could do is put boudoir here and then try several more redraws on the final spot. And then maybe I could get armory and even dig down into armory. That could be interesting. It's probably the best thing I've got going on. I know I could set myself up for tomorrow with mailroom, but I'm only thinking of today right now. So let's just try with some redraws here. All right. I mean, Lost and Found could also be good. Yeah, you know, I'm still definitely interested to see what other things might come up here in Lost and Found. But I would really like Armory if possible. I keep ordering it and not getting it. Redraw. I've only got one more redraw after this, so you know, it's Armory or yeah, I don't have enough money to like make anything decent. You know, I could do casino and try for like an increased allowance, but I don't have that much money, even with the money that I'll get in casino. I could do planetarium and finish the day in there, but I'd rather finish the day in break room and get my key card. So let's just see what Wildberry gets us. Oh, hello, Attic. What a great time of the day to pick up Attic. And I have already, this is the other thing, I've already dug in here, so there's no surprises with the treasure spot. Oh well. Nevertheless, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. It's exciting. There we go. Money. Great. Money I will lose. More money that I will lose, and I'm going to get interest in everything. Cool. I got nothing to do with this money or these keys or any of this stuff. This whole coffer. But no worries. This was, you know, it's still nice. It's still nice to just get gifts, isn't it? It's just nice to get some gifts and some surprises. All right, so that's effectively another day done. I don't think I am going to get the crown because I've got some really good items here that potentially the moon pendant could save for me. I think I'm happy enough with that, and the crown is, if anything, just going to sort of dilute the, you know, dilute what I've got here. In fact, maybe one of the most useful things I could do is to get out of here, go back to Trading Post, and get rid of some of these items to, you know, to try and game what I'm likely to get from, hang on, that's the wrong way, this way. What I'm likely to get from the moon pendant. And I think that's kind of the best thing I can think of to set myself up for tomorrow. And then I'm definitely gonna, yeah, you know, there's other experiments I could do, but I think like today is a really good example of how difficult the day can be if I don't get the key pass. So yeah, let's end the day in break room and again just be well set up for the next day. Let's do it. Okay, some more, yeah, so we managed to get treasure, whoops, sorry, that was me looking at my notes. We managed to get treasure trove, which is great. More treasure troves is only going to lead to more knowledge. I haven't managed to get armory yet again. It is an elusive room. It's really tough without having all of the redraws that you might get from something like study. It's tough. It's a harsh world out there trying to make armory happen. Okay, so I want to get rid of things that I don't really need tomorrow. Are you just going to be a back and forth? All right, so it's impossible to get rid of you. I'd probably, if I'm going to get stuck with anything, I'd prefer the coupon book, honestly. Car keys, I think I'm going to get stuck here. Oh, no, I'm not. I can trade you for gems. All right. Yep, let's get rid of that. And maybe I can trade this down. Yeah, gems. Cool. Broken lever. Like, it could be interesting to start with the broken lever and the battery pack. tomorrow. However, I'd rather have, I think, the other items. So, there it is. There, there it is. Chronograph. Freaking chronograph trades for key card. Maybe I should have considered that possibility. It seemed like a lot to go all the way out of the house to... Well, I don't think... I didn't even see a security card, right? A security door. So I didn't even get to... I didn't even get to have any successful experiments from today. All right. Interesting. Well, I'm going to get to the key card for tomorrow anyway, so I might as well just keep the chronograph as a possibility for tomorrow. Yeah, almost. I expect I'll get these things anyway. I might just keep lockpick kit in the mix. It's a really good one. I think I'm very likely to come across sledgehammer. So we'll move these out. Yep. Dye. Sleeping mask, I'm happy to trade away. Shovel, I have ordered you, so I'm very likely to get you. There we go. I can't get rid of coupon book, so we'll keep that. Coin purse. We'll trade you down into some gems. All right, moon pendant, silver spoon, master key, coupon book, treasure map. Kind of happy to keep it in there. Lockpick kit, chronograph. It's interesting. Let's trade this down as well. All right, there we go. That's sort of I think that's as good as I can do. I can do this list. All right. That's as good as I can manage. So that's a good selection of things. The moon pendant is going to get us 2 of those. They're all going to be good. They're all going to be good. It's going to be a good selection. All right, I'm pleased with that. Did I already make my wish in the fountain? Let's just check. I did. So just up through to break room from den. Okay. And I'm going to be passing through conference room so we can just eat a bunch of fruit, for the evening. Lovely. I've got my silver spoon. Look at this. Look at those steps. We could just go for a big walk. Before we have a sleep. That sounds nice and healthy. However, commissary to break room. However, this is where I'm going to finish the day. Once again, break room is... oh, look, we get a view of Arindia. Lovely. What an interesting bunch of rooms to be looking through there. Vestibule, the old antechamber, and Arindia. What a view. Let's call it. Farewell day. Farewell. Thank you for some... the real win today was a bunch more memos for me. Archaeological shopping center. Lovely. And again, bought out the showroom with very little fuss. It's just kind of validating that I'm doing very well for money. And I don't really feel I need to worry about it too much for the time being. I'm coming across riches pretty frequently. So it's nice that showroom is now almost like becoming a new commissary. That's kind of cool. Anyway, thank you so much. I will continue to puzzle away at things and try to come up with some new theories and some new ideas from the information I'm learning. But of course, we'll continue with many of our goals, including Blue Memo Quest in the next one. I hope you are having a great day, or a great evening, or whatever it is, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.